under the more section, and you can press record too.
It's already recording, so I'll just get you to send it so I can put it on. I don't know. It had you record, so I don't know.
Had
Either
me.
way,
No, so I think the top one is your Zoom. I'm pretty sure.
maybe. Yeah, I didn't hit record though, so it did that when you came on for your note
Mm,
taker.
Let me press record on Zoom too, just because it's usually more of a
Yeah, I'm
uh
just gonna put it on. Okay,
I just sent you a
cool.
request. Cool.
And then I'm gonna put it on our YouTube channel too. Okay, so I'm just gonna click live stream. Continue. Things are rocking. We're so close to being ready to launch this whole program. I'm stoked. Okay.
Nice. Into everything too.
Share my own timeline. Okay. We are getting ready to go live. Preparing live stream. Just wait a minute. Oh, my angel number is in the post. That's kind of cool. Okay. I am so excited to be doing this interview. I know there's a number of people that have been waiting to get this information for your small business. And I'm so grateful to have Jonathan Stacey on the call today. He has his company called Grant Fund Pro. And I'm going to let him share a little bit about his background, why he got started in this industry, and what he can do to support all of our small businesses across Canada that are part of our network. So tune in, take some notes, pay attention, because we're going to actually drop the link for you to sign up with a discount code at the end of this too. And I wanted to say thank you to Jonathan for that, for supporting all of our amazing members and all the small businesses that are part of our network. I mean, we have been searching high and low for a partnership like this, and I'm so grateful to have you on today, Jonathan. So please introduce yourself to the network. I'm just going to share this into the group while you do that to make sure that nobody is missing this important information today.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for the introduction, Callie. Definitely great to be part of this network and what you're building. Just to give everyone a little bit of background on myself before I kind of jump into the platform. So I'm located downtown Toronto. My corporate experience was 10 plus years in the banking world. My last role was a senior tech project manager at TD Bank. I decided to, I've always been very entrepreneurial, decided to go off my own. It was kind of the COVID pandemic time. A lot of businesses kind of decided to make that change. I was one of them. So from there, actually, I became a fractional COO. I helped startups across Canada, the US, and the UK grow and scale their operations, their tech stack. But I wanted to build something a little bit more scalable. So I actually started a consulting firm where we help close to 160 businesses get access to government grant funding. Just to give you a frame of the ecosystem within Canada, there's about 1,600 federal, provincial level programs right now that are open, about $26 billion a year in funding. Um, and there's four main categories. There's grants, tax credits, loans, and wage subsidies. So again, we kind of helped navigate that for those businesses. But what I really found was there was no really good tool that was able to navigate those 1,600 plus programs and actually tailor match businesses with what programs they were truly eligible for. There's a tool the government has, the Business Benefit Finder, not really the best user interface, user experience, and also gives you a lot of false negatives, meaning, programs you're not actually eligible for. Like in my case, I'm downtown Toronto in a 500 square foot condo. It says I'm eligible for some agricultural grants, but I'm not. I don't own a farm. So, yeah, it was kind of my light bulb moment to really figure out and build a platform that actually match businesses with those funding programs and make the process a little bit more seamless and easy, as it's a very frustrating process right now. Every single program has its own eligibility requirements, its own website, different teams to talk to. I'm in the process of making that simpler, finding those programs, help you through the application process, and help you get funding.
Awesome. And I'd like to share, everybody knows that I've been building this network and trying to, get funding for my own business. And it's a very tough world to navigate if you do not know what you're looking for. And that was one of the biggest challenges. I mean, I was grateful to receive the Innovate BC grant. And, there's a lot of different things that are available to people, but bridging the gap between starting your business or, scaling your business and looking for funding for marketing or, whatever it is that you're looking for, working directly with somebody like Jonathan that knows how to navigate this world is going to save you time. It's going to save you a lot of stress and it's going to save you a lot of money because I've been there. We want to bring and lock arms with people like him that can help and support you. And they have some amazing tools that he's going to also share. But I mean, I'm still, I'm still trying to scale my business. I'm still looking for marketing grants. I'm still looking to be able to eventually launch our app. And, we need funding for that, especially being a company that in the beginning, we've been bootstrapped, it's not easy when you're starting out and learning how to, get access or even locate the correct funds that you would qualify for. So I'm so excited to bring him on board and he's going to share so much information with you today. Please make sure that you're taking notes. Please make sure you write your questions if you have questions because we are going to be able to number one, he has a form for you to fill out which can help kind of navigate where you fit into the mix if it's the DIY tool or if you want to if you're an established business and you're looking to scale it, then he also has concierge services as well, so pay attention. This is so important for you guys to learn.
Sounds great. Thank you, Kelly. I guess I can share my screen
Yeah, I'm going to
now.
make the
I think I
post.
gotta send you a request.
Awesome.
Okay, okay, perfect. Let me know once the screen comes up on your side, Callie, and I can start.
We're good.
Perfect. Okay, great. So, and again, as Kelly mentioned, we'll send all his details via email afterwards, but our website is grantfundpro.com. Basically, again, our goal here, help you find grants funding with their AI-powered support. One additional thing too that we'll offer all of our members that as you sign up for the platform itself, we have over 500K in bonus perks. So other SaaS subscription deals, if it's anything from as it loads, we have Stripe, Webflow, ClickUp. So if you use any like SaaS platforms within your current operating costs, we can actually save you just a little bit more money. And this works for everyone within Cali's network. So that's also an additional offering. So right now, in terms of pricing, Kelly kind of like mentioned this a little bit, but we have a free 14-day trial to go in, test out the platform, obviously see if there's value there. After the 14-day trial, I know, Kelly, you have a coupon code to send to everyone, which is fantastic. But then it's basically 39 USD per month or 399 per year, obviously getting more savings there. Then we also have a corporate plan if you have multiple businesses, multiple users within your business, or friends and family that would love to use the tooling. We have access up to 5 users. Any of those use cases would work for that, additional savings. And then finally, we do that concierge or that done for you service. Really, this is going to be a better fit for larger corporations. I would never recommend, obviously, using a grant consultant for small grants if you're going for like $5,000, $10,000 worth of funding, just because obviously, grant consultants do become expensive over time with any sort of consulting work that you do. And this is where the regular DIY tech platform makes a lot of sense for a lot of small businesses because they can't afford the consultant and they don't have time on their own side to do it. But really, what this does is I'm really trying to minimize all that administration that goes with grant writing, grant applications, finding what you might be eligible for, and helping you navigate this with ease. We'll go through this now, and it probably will
Right.
take you the same amount of time to fill in your own information and see what applications you have, probably less than 30 seconds. So,
Yeah. And
um,
if you don't mind, I'd just like to say, so since I connected with Jonathan, I actually signed up and logged into the back office and I was able to upload my business plan. And I've actually been matched with some funding as well. And it's such an easy system to use. I mean, a monkey could literally figure it out. It's that simple. And it's so cool that they literally look at your business plan and what your overall goals are, and then you can actually find things that potentially can qualify for. So it's really cool.
Thank you. So basically to sign up, you would sign up for free here. What it will then prompt you to do is there is just a window that will require credit card numbers up front. We don't do any charge for that free 14-day trial. But it's just a way that obviously we stop unwanted users to log in, steal information, a lot of automated bots these days. But again, like no charge, all your information safely stored within Stripe, just so everyone's aware. Okay. But once you sign up for free there, you'll be brought to our overview dashboard. This dashboard will be fairly blank, but it's going to be your one-stop shop to see the whole application up front. So it's going to have both how many funding programs you have eligible, total potential funding available, and any tasks related to actually applying to those programs. Okay. So again, this will be blank up front, but you will have some onboarding checklists. Once you complete your first search or apply to a program, especially once you apply to a program, that information will actually be loaded here. So you'll have a nice step-by-step guide on what are the steps required to apply to these programs, marking things as complete, assigning to someone else in your team, changing due dates, changing prioritization, anything you want here. Okay. Um, but really, the first stage in the process is to fill in your company profile. So this is 22 quick questions about your business. Nothing confidential is asked. Anything from your company name, your industry, how many employees do you have? Do you do any R&D? Do you do manufacturing? Are you exporting internationally to the US or to Europe? And then any founder demographics, you can load that all here. Finally, what types of funding are you searching for? I always recommend keeping all four checked off. Again, we have grants, loans, tax credits, and wage subsidies. Definitely, if you want to put any more information about your business, you can put it here. Sometimes I actually recommend users don't input information here because, if you think about it, it might reduce the amount of funding programs you have eligible versus like broadening it. So once you answer all these questions, you can leave this blank. We can then start our search. About 10 to 15 seconds later, you will get matched with the funding programs you're eligible for out of about 1,600 programs. This use case I did for a client. We got 26 results. Absolutely fantastic. You'll be able to see, you can bookmark. If you have the corporate account, you can also save bookmarks across that corporate account if needed. But you'll see the program name, the type of support, an AI explanation on why we believe it's a good fit for you based on that intake. And then we also have this overall insights. So we're the only ones who have done this. But basically, we've manually gone into each program. We've ranked programs based on the time efficiency, the ease of the application friendliness to give an overall score to these programs. What this does is it really helps you rank programs against each other. Where do you focus your time? If this is a great fit for you, you can say, yeah, perfect. I would like to apply to this program. The ones that are ranked, 4 or 5 stars have a lot more support and easier to apply to than the ones that are, maybe 0 or 1 star. But doesn't mean that those lower programs aren't worthwhile to apply to. It just means obviously there's more support there. If you want to find more details on the program itself, you can click into here. This will bring you to the overview of the program. You can actually open up the government third-party website on full details about the program directly from the government. If it's, the government of Ontario, Alberta, BC, federal, any provincial and federal level program we'll have here, or just high-level description of what this program is about, your next steps to apply, and any other data point and our insights, as I kind of mentioned. Okay, so this is really the AI funding search engine aspect of the tool. Next step would be, okay, I'm excited about this program. I would love to apply. There's really two types of applications, just for everyone's awareness. Well, there's essay style applications, which, you're writing 6, 7 page documents about your business, the founder, your project, why you're going for funding. Those essay style applications is where we have our writing assistant that can help you write those applications. The other side of the story, especially when you have, tax credits or wage subsidies, especially loans too, those ones are really more form-based applications. We currently don't have the tool there. I know, Callie, I've been telling you going into 2026, we're building a Chrome extension that will help pre-fill in those applications for you, help you through the process. But we really want to focus on more of the administrative burden of writing, large page essay style applications.
Yeah.
And that's where our writing assistant comes in handy. Okay.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, so basically next step, you say, yeah, this one's great. It's a grant. I have to write, multi-page report. I learned from the program details. I have to first go on, log into their website, create an account, fill in my information, and then it asks me, why do I want to apply to that program? So from there, our writing assistant can help. What this writing assistant has been trained on is how to write effective grants and best practices. One of the big things that I get a lot of questions and a lot of colleague skepticism on the tool is, why don't I go use ChatGPT or Gemini or Google and write it directly there? Guaranteed, you're not going to have success. The reasoning is a lot of AI now hallucinates, right? They've been pulling out a lot of programs. First, if you were to do the search on an AI, it's going to give you a lot of results of closed programs. I'm seeing about 60 to 7% of those results as closed. So you're wasting a lot of time. We own and maintain the data within our database. So we ensure you're only getting active programs and giving you all that information from a data perspective. And then on a writing assistant, the big thing about AI right now, it's called hallucination. So it does a lot of guessing on why you're applying to the program, what your business is all about. If you're not uploading information or telling it what you're doing, it's going to do a lot of guessing. That's going to make a really ineffective draft. With this tool, by design, I always tell users it's a good skeleton structure. It gets you from like 0 to 60% fairly instantaneously, but still needs you to input, validate what's been inputted, get it to that 90, 95%, and then we can finally review, make sure it's correct, and then you can then export that. So let me show you an example of what this workflow would look like. Okay. Yeah, so you can basically either go from our match program, start an application, which will bring us to our writing assistant, or you can go directly to the writing assistant. You can create a new document. If you do have a program from our database or from the search that you'd like to apply to, you can actually do a drop down and it could pull that program directly from our database, or we have the option to upload your own program or RFPs. So if you have a business in the US or internationally and you're doing a grant or an application or an RFP that's outside of our database, we can actually still upload a PDF or a web page. We can scrape that information and still help you apply. This is a writing assistant. It can help you with that. And it's been absolutely fantastic for every single use case we've used outside of Canada. Okay.
Cool.
Once you create that document, it will ask you, why do you want to apply the program? And then also allow you to upload documents. As Kelly mentioned earlier, if you have a business case, a sales pitch, a one page, or any marketing materials, you can actually upload that information directly into the tool, and it will use that to turn into called the brain of your business on what your business is all about. I always like to tell Callie, I think I mentioned this to you too, from a privacy perspective, we keep all your information always safely stored. We work with a lot of clients that are developing like innovative, patents, IP, a lot of that. Obviously, if we use their information to train our models or send information back to the larger AI LLM models, we'd be sued left, right, and center. So
Yes.
all your information is always safely stored within your account and it's siloed. Doesn't train our larger models, doesn't go across user accounts, nothing like that. It's only within your account. Okay. But let's go see what a use case might look like. So when we actually go forward, this one takes a bit more time, about 30 to 40 seconds to actually develop this initial draft for you. It will create that index with a table of contents of every single section that's required based on that program guide. It will also help pre-fill in the information based on its knowledge of your business from your website, from your company profile, and anything else you uploaded to the tool. Okay. from each section, you can actually go paragraph by paragraph, reset content, rewrite sections, or analyze why did it write the way it did. This is definitely a little bit more advanced. But what I always recommend, as I mentioned, this gets you from 0 to 60%. Really, the first stage of the process is for you to go through, validate what information that's been inputted makes sense based on your business and yourself as a founder. You can actually type directly within this tool. It saves everything automatically. If you want to delete whole sections, you can. If you want to save actual checkpoints, so if you want to make major changes, so like maybe a before and after view, I would recommend saving checkpoints. But really, once you modified everything, get it from 60% to 90, 95%, you're really happy with the input. You can then actually analyze this entire document one last time against the program guide for your strengths, your weaknesses, and your opportunities to really see what are the weak points in your application, even the language used, or maybe one section's weak. The program guide is asking you for additional questions. You haven't really answered that. This is really going to be your critical second set of eyes to give you that feedback, say, hey, the section's weak. Can you enhance it in this way, A, B, or C? And then you can make those modifications. Once you're done, you can, of course, analyze as many times as you want, but then you can finally export this into a PDF or Word document, and then upload that to the respective portal, okay, for the
Cool.
application.
And
Um,
this is just incredible, you guys. I don't think you really understand what this amazing tool can do for you and your business. It's literally, I've gotten a chance to play around in there, and I'm gonna actually spend some time this afternoon and actually start applying for some. But it's just, it saves you so much time and effort because it's literally going to be like, okay, this is the best one that works best for you, and this is why. So you don't really like navigating the grant world is so difficult. I've had multiple different kinds of search engines before, and you have to scroll through pages and pages and pages and pages just to find one that you think that you may qualify for. It's just such a pain, I'm telling you. Like, I'm so grateful to be working with you, Jonathan. This saves so much time and effort for all of our members. It's
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you. Yeah, and one tool I wanted to also mention, finally, is our real-time notification system. So, one big thing, as long as your company profile has been filled out, we've been adding close to like 17 to 30 programs every single month. Last month was actually 28 programs. The month before was 17 programs we added to the database. So as we add those new programs, and definitely going to 2026, if anyone's read the recent budget release, which obviously was very bland and boring, but there was a lot of funding going towards helping businesses and supporting their growth. With that going to 2026, as those programs get released, we will actually email you saying, hey, we've added 20 new programs into our database. Out of the 28, you're eligible for these three, these four, log back in to apply. So we actually let you know what programs those are. So you can log back in, refresh your search, apply to those programs. A lot of these programs open for like 1 to 3 months or the funding dries up. So it's speed to the application. So not only are we helping you find those new programs, we're helping you get through that application process. And no one has really done that within Canada. It's kind of crazy to think about it. But either some people have a search engine that doesn't work very well, gives you a lot of false negatives in terms of results. And then they don't have a writing assistant. They definitely don't have the real-time notification. So this is where everything's packaged together for you just to make this whole process super seamless and easy.
I love it. And what's the little dog in the corner?
So our little dog, this is something I've been building out. His name is Scout. I put a golden retriever because retrievers like to retrieve grants.
I love
If you
it.
do want to ask it any questions, I do have them on the website too. The website, if you ask Scout on the website, it will kind of more so direct you how to navigate the website, see anything that we have there. But within the app itself, definitely will help you navigate the app. It won't help you write the application, but it'll help you where to go. Or definitely if you have any questions, it will usually prompt you to email our customer service line, info@grandfundpro.com. And we can obviously help you for anything that you're just not sure about, you can't find. We're always here to support. Usually we answer within 24 to 48 hours. And yeah, again, our goal here is to help you, find funding, get it over the finish line. And how do we help, Canadian businesses out these days, right? A lot of people are struggling out there. There's money available. And if you're not taking advantage of it, you might be losing out and leaving money on the table for yourself.
Right. Yeah. And the one big thing I wanted to say is number one, thank you for what you're doing for us and the small businesses because, being able to navigate getting funding is, just the tip of the iceberg from what you can, the value that you've already added to the community. And I'm so grateful I got to meet your wife too. She's amazing. We have another call coming up next week and hopefully to be working with her soon. But, you know, is there anything else that you would like to say or any piece of advice to any of the small businesses in the network that are looking for funding? Say they want to, either get a new location or they're looking to get equipment or, maybe go get some funding for their staff or hiring staff. Is there anything in the system, like specifically that you want to share that may help them in their search?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I want to definitely level set, expectations with this. A lot, I've talked to a lot of businesses where, they think, oh, grants, there's free money, right? It's not at the end of the day. Grants are probably one of the hardest ones to get. Sometimes there's competition, sometimes, limited funding. Maybe there's a $10 million bucket and you're competing, with a pile of different companies. Um, when you're starting out, you got to think of the risk profile of what the government's willing to fund and what you're willing to fund personally, right? Callie, you bootstrapped your business. I bootstrapped my business. That's obviously the best way to go. Raising friends and family is another good path. You got to prove your use case of what you're designing and what you want to achieve within your business, right? Once you start generating revenue and proving that it's working, it starts becoming easier to get funding, right? If you're at zero revenue, and you're not really like, making that huge push, the government's not going to invest in your business. That's the reality,
Yeah,
unless you're going the loan route. Loan routes are always the easiest, and it's technically a bootstrap method. Obviously, sometimes some great programs can defer principal, so you're not paying principal for a year, and you're only paying a small interest portion. Gives you a nice little runway. That's what I'd always recommend to start out with. But there's also good wage subsidies to hire students. Sometimes you can get full 100% paid for or up to like 70% for a
right,
student. That's a great alternative too to get that additional support within your business.
right.
Talk about grant and then grants, wage subsidies, loans, and I already forget the fourth category. You know, I talk about it every single day. But yeah, so within all that, again, always recommend. Oh, tax credits. Tax credits is also sorry, the fourth one. Um, Especially with that, that obviously works. Once you pay the money out of pocket, you can potentially get some money back. So some good programs. If you do R&D, if you buy equipment, I know there's a good program in Ontario right now. If you buy equipment, you get like 15% of it back if it's used for manufacturing. Some great programs. And
Mhm.
these things change all the time. I'm saying these programs are open now. In 3 months' time, there might be another 30, 40 programs that are going to open up, right? And this is where it's super, super critical to use a tool like this to be constantly notified because you're running your operations daily. You're not going to know what's going to open, what's going to close. We do all that heavy lifting for you.
Right. And so, yeah, so anybody that comes across this video, keep in mind if you are starting a brand new salon and it's from scratch, this may not be the right program for you. But, there's like if you're hiring your staff and, hiring a website developer, those kind of things,
Mhm.
marketing, all those kind of things, that's what this tool is about. So you can upload your documents, upload your business plan, and see what's available to you. And keep in mind, you may not qualify for everything, and that's okay. This isn't a one and done, you guys. This is gonna take some time. Number one, take some time to get used to the platform, get used to navigating the platform and getting the correct funding that you need. But it's a tool that you can log into every day and you can perfect it. And you can perfect your application. You can rewrite, like he said, you can rewrite the, things that you've put in there. I mean, for me, when I first started this business, this was just a referral network. Like we had a stamp card for my salon and it was refer three people get your next service for free. And my business has even developed and in like everything has changed since I wrote my business plan. We now have all the AI DIY tools for businesses for marketing and there's a whole bunch of different things that are coming down the line. So now I qualify for a bunch of different grants that I didn't even know that I could previously qualify for. And, also being a person that's on disability and a female founder, there's also other grants that I qualify for that I didn't know existed if I didn't have access to something like Jonathan's tools and to be able to log in to see what new things pop up that I could potentially qualify for. So, you know, and is there in the back office, other than the Scout, is there like tutorial videos and things like that? Or I guess it's kind of like it just step by step, right? Like you just do step one, do step two, do step three. Is there any?
I do have, and I think I shared with you, but I can definitely share with you again, Callie, like a walkthrough demo. It's basically click through demo. It's everything I went through today, just repeated. So if people
Okay.
forget or they want to check it out in a week or share it with someone, we can definitely share that link with everyone. It's an open link to just see the whole platform end to end. And then again, obviously you can use Scout or you can email us at like info@grandfundpro.com.
Awesome.
If you have any questions about the platform
Right.
itself or how we can help, and I know, Callie, you're going to send out the Google form for the intake to see, obviously, if this is a good fit for you. So, yeah, we'll definitely be able to help between Callie and myself and help the network accordingly.
Awesome. And so anybody that's watching this, pay attention. We're gonna number one, send out an email to everybody that's on our list. So if you are not on our list, or you're not a member yet, get a hold of me because we want to make sure that you're not missing important information like this. I also will be putting the recording up on YouTube, and we'll also put the website with your discount code for the DIY tool as well. Jonathan has done great. I'm so grateful that he's actually given you guys 25% off on the DIY tool. So we're gonna, after the interview today, I'm gonna send this out to all of our founding businesses and everybody that's part of our list. And also, the form for just to navigate to see if the DIY tool is good for them, or is that specifically for the concierge service?
That's for the concierge, sir. So
Okay.
thank you for validating that.
Yeah.
Everyone can use the DIY tool. It's all open to everyone. The concierge service is obviously like where we want to make sure that that makes sense for you. I never want to recommend, concierge because just because it becomes a little bit more expensive. For smaller businesses, the DIY tool is definitely the best fit.
Awesome. Yeah. So if people that are, an established business doing, uh, creating a lot of revenue, or, you're looking to scale your company, or you're opening up a new location and you already have an existing one, and you need more funding to open your second location, that kind of people is the people that would be best suited for the concierge service, working directly with him. So what we're going to do is we're going to transcribe all of this. We're going to send out the information by email. And again, I just wanted to say thanks for taking the time. This is an amazing partnership to support all of the small businesses in our network, and that's the whole purpose of our referral network, is to navigate and vet people like Jonathan to help bridge the gap, to help grow your business, make it successful, and help you find what it is that you need to support your business. So I wanted to say thanks, Jonathan. I really appreciate your time. I'm going to get back in there today and play around with the tools, get applying for some things that I know that I'm qualified, I could potentially qualify for. And again, this is just the beginning of what we're going to do for our network and all of these small businesses in Canada. So thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you again, Callie. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Have a good day.
Take care.